Array of play sets, they're easy, but we come in large quantities. Some of our smaller things like their flyer, rolling stock, those will come case packed, and they'll often have to come out here and open those cases up to make sure that individual customer or dealer gets only the things they want. But it's much more economical and actually safer for the product with the smaller things if we bundle them together in larger packages. It makes them much more stable for shipping. And then when those containers come in, they're not already all on pallets 90% of the time. It's just packed all in there from the floor to the ceiling. So the team has to go in and with a forklift and a pallet and then just start pulling boxes out one by one and stacking them up. Bigger projects like a train set, we might fill an entire container with that one view of train sets. When we get locomotives, rolling stock, track, those sorts of things, typically it's a very mixed container. You could have anywhere from half a dozen to 3 or 4 dozen different product item numbers on that container. So as they're coming off, they have to be sorted and entered into the system. So it takes usually a couple hours to unload a container, and then everything is brought back into the racks. Sometimes not very long. A lot of things that came in today, probably 75% of that order will go out at the end of this week or next week in a large release to our dealers. We have enough of that stuff put together, truckload loads worth, ship out, we do that. I do. I get a report every week. It's a lot. Come on into our US
LCCA.
How's everybody doing? Good. My name is Lauren. I'm Director of USA Production and Custom Product here at Lionel. I got Sarah over here working away, pre-assembling. She loves me for that. The USA production room came to fruition in 2015 with the first cars coming off the line in 2016. Prior to that, though, we did have another United States vendor / manufacturer just right up the road in Virginia. They helped us kick off the Made in the USA 6464 line, as well as helped us help with the personalized program that has become really, really popular since we kicked that off in like late 2014. As you guys walked in, you saw these two beautiful machines. Don't have them running for you right now, but they are our Mamaki UV flatbed inkjet printer. Whew. Said that a lot today. They have the ability to print up to 1200 DPI. So with that being said, our current imagery on all of our boxcars is about 300 DPI. So if you can imagine what would happen if we ever needed to use the 1200 by 1200 feature, it would be even better. Now, these both have nicknames, these printers. Does anybody have any idea what the nickname is?
Art and Ernie.
Thank you. I love when people read. There was a group, a couple of groups back, and all of them just kind of looked at me like, and I was like, you should be reading, right? Like, read your paper, right? I love it. But yes, Bert and Ernie. Now, I just realized in comparison to this that actually Bert makes sense to be that one because he is a little bit taller than Ernie. I realized that as I was giving this, right? So it makes perfect sense. Little backstory behind that, our creative director, Ted Jones, he loves Sesame Street and he played a big part in opening this room up back in the early days of 2015. He loves Sesame Street, so he nicknamed him Bert and Ernie. We have stuck with it. We have moved forward. There was somebody that recommended Thing 1 and Thing 2 in the last meeting, the last tour group, and I kind of like that too. So like if I ever want to make it on my own, I'm going to be like Thing 1, Thing 2, right? Maybe dress it in some red and white stripes. These printers both have the ability to produce about 109 cars on average a day during a full production run. With that being said, a full production run consists of the fact that our doors and everything are already printed. See, we print our doors, the sides of the boxcar, and the roofs all in different fixtures. One day in the future, we hope to have a fixture that works for, the sides and the doors, but baby steps, guys, baby steps, we're getting there. Now, the fixture goes like this. This is my show and tell. It's not as pretty as Dave's show and tell, and probably even a parts and service too, because they have nice shiny things, but I just have this ink-filled metal fixture. So this is a car fixture. Basically, the blanks go into the cart. They are then taken and they are set and screwed basically in really tight and sturdy for the printer to begin printing this way. Now, why does it need to be tight and sturdy? Yeah. So if it moves, what happens if it's going to move during the production run? Correct. And if that happens, then you guys get it and it misses our QC. Somebody's going to be an unhappy customer, and then you're going to be calling and returning it, and we don't want to do all that, right? So we make sure that everything is in there and it is tight. After that, comes off the printer, it's assembled, it's packed out, and you move forward with it. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes to assemble a car full on from the time it comes off of the printer, which is how we end up with 109 on average cars a day. Any questions on that? I know I just rambled right on through that. Okay, so. Cool. All right. Anybody have a personalized boxcar from Lionel? No? Oh, yeah. Come on. Yes?
I said not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. I like that answer. Well, our personalized line is a pretty cool feature. It's not even a sales aspect from this standpoint. It's just a really cool product. On LionelStore.com, we have a number of different personalized boxcar options that's only directly from us. You go online, you pick the design that you want. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, Happy Anniversary, it's a boy, it's a girl. Literally, you guys name the holiday, we have it. We also reskin the major holidays each year so that the design is different each year. In case you guys are wondering, our product is really indestructible. Still in one piece. Still in one piece. You can go online and order it, and we will ship it to you with the photo that you put on there and the 3 lines of text within 2 to 3 weeks. Great Christmas gifts, great everything along those lines. I was going to tell you, you should jump on your Christmas shopping now because we're only 6 months out from Christmas. It's actually only 5, and that's why I'm a communication major and not a math major. I was called out on that earlier. 5 months till Christmas, okay, as of today. Any questions?
Are you able to do any other cars or only box cars?
So right now we're only doing box cars. The printers do have the capability of printing any basic train car that we would want to. We would just have to do the fixture for it and then get the bodies and the molds and all of that for it. But there are additional options that you can do if you have the fixtures and the materials.
Right.
So they will print just about anything.
Nice.
Yep. And we actually do a NASCAR hauler. It's like a, I don't have any examples of it. It's like a 164 NASCAR hauler that you would buy from our mass line. We do have the ability to do that as well from the NASCAR side of it. Like we're doing something for the FBI in September. It's like an FBI National / Concord Police training session, and we're doing like 150 haulers for them for that. So we do have that ability. And we do, for personalized, we have baggage cars, like personalized polar baggage car. We have a personalized tender, things like that. So we do have the ability to print other areas. And cabooses, yes, there you go. This is, by the way, this is my right-hand man, Sandy, in Made in the USA. Destiny isn't here right now. She is my mastermind behind the print side of it. I gotta give kudos where kudos is given because this girl right here, she's behind the scenes. Yeah. She makes a lot of magic happen in Made in the USA behind the scenes and making sure product is received in and going where it's supposed to go. In inventory, she's my queen. She's my queen on inventory. So we have over 250 different parts and pieces, component-wise, just for 64 boxcars. So it's a lot to keep up with. So I have to give credit where credit's due. She's an MVP right here. Yeah. Those you guys are going to learn about very quickly. Okay. Yes, no, absolutely. It's a great question. You guys just happen to come in on it, but you're going to see very quickly what those are all about. So just hang tight, and I promise you, you're going to should be happy.
Somebody over here.
All right. All right, well, I'm going to let them be.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. No,
We do some 3D printing in our development right now.
This is
we are not doing any 3D part printing at this point commercially. Well, that's the fact we're not set up to do it with the labor and time.
Yeah, it's good.
right now. It is a source, however, that we're seeing on the secondary market for older parts that are no longer available through our services, as Aaron was talking about. It is an option now for some of the things that have been long haul production. So we're seeing that happening more on an individual or a secondary level. Down the road, who knows? But we do a lot of it in our pre-production work right now. So before we get a tooling sample, we usually get a 3D printed sample of anything from new figures or a new piece, all the way up to a full-size Vision Class A. It has a 3D printed model of that right here. So it's a lot cheaper to print one and go, this isn't right or this isn't right, than it is to cut the steel from the tools. It's been a godsend to us from a technology point. Down the road, I imagine there will probably be more parts and even production being done that way. But right now, these printers are enough printers for us to manage it. And we're seeing more of this style printing done overseas as well.
Yes, that's a good call out too, that it did mention. It's becoming more popular overseas.
As you'll see on our next stop, there's a big difference in how we set everything up and what we can do when we know we're printing with something like this versus a more traditional style of decoration. The biggest limitation we have, and we've actually retooled some of our products to get us there, is that these printers require the print head to not touch, but get very close to the surface. So a flat boxcar or something like that works very well. If you have a model, something like a rib-side hopper car where you have high and low, you can't get low enough in those valleys to get a good print sometimes. A rounded car like a tank car presents another unique issue where you have to, there are ways around it, rotating drums and things like that to accomplish it, but that's why we've sort of stuck to some more simple body styles for right now.
And along those lines too, it's another reason why we can't print the box car with the door already connected onto it, because you would think it would make perfect sense for us to just be able to put that into the fixture with the door on top of it and print it. We can't because the door is raised off of the smooth side of the box car, so while it's going to hit the door perfectly, the gradient and everything on the box car sides are going to be really blurry, and you're not going to be able to see the height difference. But yeah, Ryan's not kidding. Like that machine, when it is by the product, I mean, like you are talking like minuscule opening between them. Like that's how careful you have to be, because otherwise it doesn't take much for that print head to just bam hit into the frame and break it. I would know. So she is pre-assembling right now. This is my pre-assembly queen, Sarah. She actually works in the warehouse, but she comes in, she's full-time staff back there with Joe's team, but she comes and helps out in Musa when we need it. And so she is pre-assembling. She is my pre-assemble queen. She's a beast at it. She's, right, Sarah? Yep. Yeah, girl. That's right. So yeah, she's been fantastic, and she helps us out when we need it, and it's just fantastic. Because pre-assembly is fun. We try to pre-assemble, and by pre-assemble what that means is our trucks and our frames come separately. They come as separate pieces, so they're not connected together. It's easier if we have more items pre-assembled already with the frames and the trucks. It's easier during the assembly process to just pop this in rather than boom, boom. Not that it's that much more difficult, but it's just a little bit quicker, and whatever we can do to save time. So like if there's doors printing and there's no bodies to be assembled or to pack out or anything like that, we'll go ahead and have the team pre-assemble, right? Because then you're just adding up on the frames and the trucks the entire time, and then you just have that while the doors are printing, because you can't put anything together if the doors are printing. So it's just kind of time management from that standpoint.
How long does it take to dry?
It's almost an instant. So that was actually part of my spiel earlier, and I missed that. So thank you for bringing that back up. Yes, so there are UV lights inside. If you open it up and you look underneath, there's a UV light. So that actually cures it. It prints, then the light goes over, it cures, right, immediate. So by the time they come off the printer and they come off the bed and they're there, completely dry. They are completely dry. And you're going to know if they are not dry. Or if there's an issue with the lamp, or there's an issue with something like that, because it'll be there and then it'll start to peel up and then dry up, and it kind of just looks like a wrinkly old mess that's going to peel completely off, so you're gonna know. And it's an easy fix too. You can just replace that UV lamp, like pop it in and it's fine. Well, I would know that as well. You live and you learn, guys, so that's what makes this fun. It's a great a great job to have and a great room to be a part of, and it's doing great things. So I'm excited. All right. Absolutely, guys. You guys
Thank you.
enjoy the rest of the tour.
One or two up to a dozen samples, depending on the product and the licensee. And then we make sure those are gathered up and shipped on out to them in a timely manner and do that part of the contract. You'll see two layouts here as we leave the warehouse. And these are both headed out to our new retail store in Nashville. That'll be opening up Labor Day weekend. When she's not back there doing that or working with our clubs and selling products, Lauren also found time in the last 3 months to build 2 model railroads here at the office. So for everyone who says you don't have time to do this, and I'm one of them procrastinators, she's proof that it can be done. You just gotta set your mind to it. So these will be headed out there not in the future. If you haven't been over to Concord Mills yet to see our retail store here, we've got several layouts over there operating as well, including at least one that's quite large. Worth a trip over there to take a look. We're going to go through our finance and IT department, and then we're going to head back in the lobby area, and we're going to be taking the stairs, the elevator up to the 2nd floor. Elevator will hold about 8 of you comfortably. All of you, if I push really hard. So if anybody wants to use the elevator, feel free. Otherwise, we're just going up to the 2nd floor, and so you can use the steps as well. Right, and we'll be heading up to our creative department now.